Welcome everybody to the second episode of the 100 Point Club, where we 100 Point Club Cleveland, map 1 and map 4. I can't remember the maps. Did we ever get 100 Point Club in Scrims code?
I don't believe so.
No.
I don't think we've ever been 100 point clubbed.
I think,
It's been a while if it has.
yeah, probably the first week when we scrimmed Jelly's team.
It's a good possibility. They're a good team and we were just learning stuff, but I still don't think so.
No.
Uh,
Anyways. Guys, this has been my duo since BO3. How does it feel to be how does it feel to have a duo? You know?
I mean, I feel like having like a true duo is like I don't know, it can't be quantified. It's nice to have that person that no matter what, you always know they're gonna be down to grind. They're always gonna be down to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you have off nights. You can't play every night with a team, so you have off nights, and you might have had something that you had going on. Now you don't, but guess what? Your duo's down to ride, so you're not, sitting there doing nothing or just playing pubs and beating your head against the wall.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. All those hours we stayed up.
Oh yeah, till 5 a.m. playing tourneys and then having to wake up, or not even, yeah, having to go to bed for an hour, wake up, go to work.
Yeah, I couldn't even go to bed for an hour. I'm a heavy sleeper.
I got to get that hour. It was miserable.
Yeah, man. But all right, I'm just gonna start firing off questions for you, Code.
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right.
Send them out.
When did you start competing in COD?
Did I take it seriously? Honestly, probably BO3. Um,
BO3.
yeah, like I played all CODs,
Yeah.
and I played competitively, like bullshit around with people I knew and all that good stuff. But I didn't actually take it serious until BO3.
Yeah.
BO3 is when I got picked up by an org that I'm not gonna say because they're no longer a thing, and I don't want to get sued by the guy. But I got picked up by that org. I ended up bringing you on
Mm-hmm.
there as well.
I remember.
It was not a very very good situation, but it was good because it got my feet wet into the industry and all of that. But yeah, I mean, so I'd say it took it real serious in BO3, and then just kept on going from there.
Oh yeah, that org was definitely an experience, you know.
It sure was.
Yeah. Uh but yeah, man. Since BO3, we both of us has been competing. I met you while we were working in the same company, different shops, different cities. But
Yep.
my boss knew you because you were his boss, and the
Yep.
whole that he knew we both play video games. So I hit you up. You're like, yeah, let's play BO4. So
BO3.
that's
Yeah.
BO3. Yeah, sorry. But yeah,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
it's been a grind. All the times that I've quit, everything that's been happening. Oh man.
Oh yeah, life. I mean, and that's the benefit of it too, is because what it brought both of our families together. My kids call you Uncle Anti. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
it brings something different to everything.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a long time, and you develop a relationship that's closer to people that you were around your whole life because
Mhm.
there's a lot more intimacy, even though it's online, and
Mhm.
then you bring it into real life. It's just different.
Yeah. And I think that's the definition of a duo, you know? You get to meet their family, their personal life, not just online and, hey, when are we playing, It's
Hmm.
when are we going out to dinner, and stuff like that, like
Yeah,
friend stuff. It's it's
going to
it's
cigar bars. Yeah,
oh yeah, dude. I got my first drink with you when I turned 21. I went with you
you
to a
did.
bar, we smoked cigars and I had my first Stella.
Yep,
Yeah, man.
absolutely.
That was great. But yeah, man, why do you love COD?
I feel like it's a lot of reasons.
Mm.
I'm just extremely competitive by nature.
Yep.
I compete in everything that I do. Growing up through sports, even when I was a manager, I had to be the best manager. I had to be the best in Tampa. I had to be the best in Florida.
Yep.
I mean, it's just the way I am, and I feel like COD brings that out of pretty much everybody in the competitive scene. You just want to be the best, and it humbles you at the same time because sometimes I feel like on certain teams I could be the best slayer, but I also know that that's not the most beneficial for the team. So I have to
Exactly.
humble myself down to play like an anchor role or play an OBJ role because I can fulfill that role better than other people and we'll win
Right.
more that way.
Yeah.
So it builds an ego and then it checks the ego at the same time if you
Right.
truly want to win and be successful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't know how to even anchor or catch spawns. And we're learning.
Exactly.
We're still learning as we go.
Oh
So
yeah, there's always new things, especially like when you went When you go from 4v4 to 5v5, that changes everything because you're not really having that true anchor anymore.
Right.
And then a lot of these kids never played 4v4 games, and so now they're coming to this game and they don't know how to anchor. They don't even know what an anchor is.
Right. Right. So yeah, man. I appreciate you anchoring for us.
Yeah, no problem. It's boring as all hell, but it's all right. Somebody's got to do it.
I see you wearing the Pharaoh shirt jacket.
Yeah, the Pharaoh hoodie, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the moment they dropped this, I had to buy it. It took a couple months to get to me, but
Wow.
all the proceeds went to a mental health charity for men,
Mhm.
and in his name. So I felt like that was a big thing. Like I feel like a lot of people they get into this community and then they want a lot of free shit from it and want a lot of recognition, but they're not willing to put back into the community. So like
Exactly.
we have to.
That's
If
good.
we want the community to be good, we got to be willing to put some money into it and put back into it.
That's good. It's good to hear. Great cause too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. All right, back to COD. What's your favorite COD map?
Whew. Well, that's different. I mean, so com- competitively or just map in general because that's two different
Hmm.
questions.
Okay. I'll say in general first.
In general first. Um Honestly, as crazy as this sounds, I absolutely loved Dome in
Dome.
MW3
That was a
because
good
you
map.
could just light up consistently. You
Yeah.
could spawn trap and just absolutely wreck it. Like that was definitely a fun pub stomping map.
Yeah. No, yeah, yeah, I agree. Every time I played MW3, I got on Dome, I was like, "Oh, I already know it's going to go down. It's over."
hmm
What's your favorite what's your favorite COD game?
MW3.
MW3, I assumed.
It's not even close. And you know what? My second favorite game is gonna get me nothing but hate because you absolutely hate it.
Ah.
But I think, and I'm still gonna stick to my guns here.
Uh-huh.
If IW was a first jetpack game, it would be revolutionarily loved. But because it came at the end of a series,
Yeah.
and you have those people who absolutely suck at jetpack games and they can't move their thumbs and look up and down, it got slaughtered.
You're
But it
roasting me,
was a
Code.
great game.
You're you're roasting me. I mean, I didn't have a scuff back then, so yeah, jetpacks were definitely hard for me. But
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely do need either to be able to play, Claw or, well, Ryan used to play Bumper
bumper
Jumper,
jumper,
and he
yeah,
was
yeah.
still pretty good at it.
Uh,
But
yeah.
I feel like it added another level of skill. There was such a bigger gap
Oh yeah, yeah.
between skill bases. Like when it's boots on the ground, it's a lot easier. And right now, I won't even get into the PC aspect of it. It's
Mhm.
it's pay to win right now, but it's it changed everything. When you went back to boots on the ground, like World War II, the skill gap became so much closer
Mhm.
because you're not having to look at, the different lanes, you're not having to react quickly and move. Like it just changed everything.
Oh yeah, the movement. Yeah, the movement was a big part in IW.
Mhm.
I mean, there was a bunch of different guns that people used, and that's what I kind of liked about it. It's not your traditional two subs, one AR, or two ARs, one sub. Like some games.
Yeah, you could I mean it was in a way, it was still NV4 K-bar and ERAD.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, you could still find a way to win with other guns.
hmm
I mean, you had some points, it was the, oh, was it the Type 25? What was it? I think that was
I
what it's
can't I
called?
can't remember guns, but I
I
think
can't
one of
remember
them was
either,
like the
but
HBR or something, and then
yeah, I
it
think
was it was like a burst, another burst
yeah, and then you had
sub,
the AK version with
the Volt. Yep, yep,
the Volt, yeah.
yep.
So, I mean, you had guns that could compete, obviously, or kinda definitely got a little bit of,
Yeah, but
the
those were
COD words whenever you played with them.
yeah.
But
NV NV4 ERED K bar was definitely meta.
yeah, absolutely,
So
and
that's
but I
that's
feel like it was the best balanced meta we've had in a long time. I feel like, BO4 was close
uh
with the Maddox, the ICR, and the SOG,
hmm
but you still had, like you weren't gonna map somebody with an ERAD,
right.
and it was difficult to win a up close gunfight with an NV4. It was very well balanced. The
Yeah.
K-bar was the in between, but if you were to shoot somebody with an NV4 at long range, you're gonna get beamed, and you could still get beamed by the ERAD up close.
Oh yeah.
So it was a really good balance between all 3 different engagements.
hmm And
We
it
don't
wasn't like
have that anymore.
yeah, and it wasn't like that before. I feel like before you could do that with like BO2. You can kill somebody up close with a AN-94. You know,
Yeah, and
it's just different stuff, different mechanics or different games. It's just a whole mess.
yeah, BO3 was somewhat close
Hmm.
because you had the Man of War, the M8,
Yeah,
and the VMP. So, I mean, you could it was similar, but I mean, M8 was king and the VMP was king.
yeah.
Obviously pre-patch, but
Hmm. Yeah, different mechanics, different games. Some games are fast paced, some games are slow paced. You know, it's a whole lot, you know. And we change CODs every year. Think about that. There's you know, the PC community, they have like CS:GO that they never change the game. And always the same game. People still love it. People still play it. There's still pros playing it. The streams are still popping with competitive stuff like that. And even Overwatch. Overwatch is coming out with part two. They're coming out with a new game, February 17th, I think. Day before my birthday. But but yeah, World of Warcraft, League of Legends, you know, all those games stay the same. A couple patches here and there, but COD is it's forever changing.
Actie's all about the money, man.
Trust, yeah.
How do you guarantee constant profits by coming out with a new title every year that everybody's gonna buy, hoping that it's finally good?
And I mean, in the early beginnings, I think it was MW3 where the new COD came out, and then but they were still playing MW3 for champs. You know, I think that's like
Oh,
I think that's like the only time that happened. I think I remember a censor or slasher saying that on a stream on a podcast. Yeah,
I don't remember. Honestly, that's so long ago, I couldn't tell you.
it was a while ago. Yeah, but yeah. How did you get into Rec League?
Um, I honestly think I saw it on Reddit.
Reddit.
I'm obviously involved in the COD Reddit community,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw as it was starting. I don't know if that was their first season that I joined or their second. I think it was their first that I joined,
Uh-huh.
and I think it was, yeah. And so I saw it, and I loved the graphics and the team names. I thought it was hilarious,
Yeah, they're good.
and exactly. And then I loved the theory and the thought behind the league is that like the COD community is extremely toxic, and a lot of it is for almost no reason. Like a lot of these kids suck, and they're ridiculously toxic just to be toxic.
Yeah,
So I feel like if you're to build a community, and that's what they've done. They didn't just build a league; they built a community,
right,
and to build a community of people that don't want that
right.
is impressive, especially
Mhm.
in this, and it's a safe haven of sorts. And you're gonna get your bad apples. You're gonna get your some that do stupid things, and whether it be cheating or whether it be being a little over toxic. And I mean, we all have our moments and stuff like that. But as
Yeah,
long as it's not overboard
it's controlled
or
a little bit.
consistent, yeah. I mean, and I like how if somebody does something, they're a little bit toxic, they shoot bodies a little bit much or something like that. That hey, this is your warning. Like, don't do it again, or we're gonna get rid of you. That's perfect. I mean, that's exactly the way it should be. I think they're doing an absolutely fantastic job with this community. I mean, this is something that if it would have been here in BO3, I can only imagine how much further we could have progressed because we've gone through some serious toxic teammates that have been detrimental to our growth.
Yeah.
And to have people and kids coming up today to have an avenue to where they don't need to do that and they can learn the game in
Mhm.
a not I don't want to say safe, but that's the best word I can come up with right now because it's
Friendliest.
late at night. Yeah, but in a in a manner to where they don't have to worry about making a mistake. They can start in the bottom tier leagues, learn the game, learn the rotations, learn competitive, learn lingo, and start developing themselves as a player and move up and move up and move up and move up, which is amazing.
Yeah. It's like it's the way to do it. You know, it's not technically the right way, but that's a way you could, you know, get into COD cuz especially now, you know, COD has been so promoted recently and there's a lot more people that are joining COD, you know, so people join this league, you know, they don't really know what to expect, you know. Some people don't even know how to make classes, you know?
Exactly. Well, and think about how much money we've donated by picking up the wrong teammates and getting in these 4 money leagues. And
Mhm.
then they're gone after a week and we're struggling to find our roster.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, these kids are not going to have to go through that. They're able to just jump in, basically be taught by somebody or learn with people at their own pace
Right.
in a safe, not have to lose money, not have to get, not have one of these orgs that are just trying to get money off of all their members and so on and so forth. Won't
Oh
say any
yeah.
names, and literally just be able to develop the right way. And it's just it right now. I don't think that they realize. I don't think the rec league realizes what this can how well this can affect the community in the long run in
Right.
such a good way, but I really believe it will, and I think that's why I've been a part of it the whole time, and I've tried to do what I could to support here and there and make sure that I'm involved in as much as I can just because I feel like this is amazing. It
Oh
has
yeah.
so much potential.
Yeah. This even for a person like me that's a day to day gamer, it doesn't really do much. I don't stream a lot, stuff like that. I feel like me getting involved in a community is big for me because I'm not like involved in anything. I'm not a streamer. I don't do YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my family when I'm off. But being able to meet people in something that I love, is big for me, you know? Just getting to know these people. I've met a bunch of people already that I enjoy talking to, scrimming with, playing with them. Our teammates, they're great kids, they're great
Yeah, they're
people.
awesome.
Yeah, good
And you're
kids.
shy too, and you're normally like when we're in a lobby full of new people, you're one of the first ones that's just gonna be quiet, and
Yeah,
you're just gonna wait and kind of feel everything out. So this is good and for people just like you.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It gives you that ability to open up and start to develop those social skills and find people of like mind.
Yeah. It's a work in progress, definitely is, you know. Cody, I heard you got a podcast. Tell me about it.
All right. So my podcast is it's not really just mine.
Right.
We The reason why we started it is specifically for my little brother.
Okay.
It's an avenue for him to be able to talk about the stuff that he wants to talk about and just have that place to talk. So it's
Mm,
kind of like if people join and conversate with us, they do. If they don't, whatever. It's good for him. It gives him that ability to speak his mind, do all that.
yeah.
But it's called Relatively Thinking. It's based off of just basically the ability to talk about everything and anything and the stuff that other people don't wanna hear about.
Right.
So, like, not to get already too weird, but my brother loves, like, alien shit and all that.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to cuss, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
So he loves, like, outer space and alien stuff, and
Yeah.
so we'll have some episodes with that to peak to keep his interest and stuff like that, and then we'll have some about other things. So, yeah, it's a little bit out there. It's not, it is definitely not your normal podcast, but we have a lot of fun in it, and both of us are getting better as we go.
Right, right. Yeah, I've seen all the episodes. It's getting good. You guys are yin yang in it. You know what I'm saying? You guys are flowing.
No, absolutely.
So it's a lot of the way I describe the podcast is different religions, opinions, and some weird stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely
It's
all of
the
that.
theories too. You guys talk a lot about theories,
Well,
but it's good.
I feel like we live in a world where everything has to be exactly, but
Mm.
nothing is. Everything is changing. It's ever
Oh yeah.
changing. We learn new things and we adapt.
Hmm.
And so that's what the podcast does is we'll talk about a topic and then we create our own theories off of just what we talked about. Like just out of nowhere, just create something. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. But hey, maybe we catch on to something one point in time.
Yeah, that's rather interesting. So yeah, man. Guys, this is my duo, Crazy Care Bear 11. Follow him on Twitter. Brawlic right here. Second episode, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
See ya.